Hi, welcome to the Tal Isaac. I'm Tal.
I'm Isaac.
Episode number 36. 36 best all time. I got Jerome Bettis, the bus.
The bus? Detroit guy.
Yeah, Detroit guy.
We're going to talk some
Pittsburgh.
Detroit this episode.
Loves Detroit. Here we got talking NBA Finals. What a great series. We're going to talk a little bit of trade for Cade, just because lots of rumors floating out there. Houston's hot and heavy.
We'll talk about how good Cade is. We'll spend a minute on Cade.
Yep. And then top 5 breakfast cereals. We're each going to make a little list and see how we do.
Just to be clear, who came up with top 5 breakfast cereals as an idea?
I did. I think it's a good one. Breakfast cereals are awesome.
Team Tal Nation, let us know.
Yeah, it's kind of an old Stony and Wojo. They used to do like a 64 cereal tournament and chocolate bars and stuff. We're just going to go top 5.
Okay.
So I know we're going to talk a lot of Pistons. Tigers. Are they for real?
Yeah, so people that don't care about baseball, we're going to spend a couple minutes baseball. Tigers, they go 7 games in a row? Was it 7?
7 in a row, yep.
7 in a row. They're kids, right? Like, it's a really young team. They're either young or they're vets on a 1-year deal. That's kind of what the Tigers, like, their position right now. So their team right now is they've either got 22, 23, 24-year-olds that will be with them for the next long time, or they've got dudes that will be gone after this year.
I guess the only real questions are you trading Jonathan Scope at the deadline? I don't think Matt Boyd has much trade value. They lost that opportunity a couple of years ago.
Lost it with Fulmer.
Initially I was thinking, go ahead and trade Scope, see what you can get. I kind of think now you keep him because you need to start to win some games, install a bit of a winning mentality. What are you going to get for Scope? Like, a double-A outfielder.
Yeah, I say at this point, I don't think you'll get much unless a big 2-bag goes down. Like if a second baseman gets injured for a contender, it opens things up. But until that point, I don't think you can trade him.
I agree. Cam Akers injured for the Rams. That's actually a big injury.
Yeah. Look, everyone was calling Cam Akers as the breakout guy, and we'll do some football talk pretty soon, next couple weeks.
Coffee with Craner. Shout out to Craner.
Cam Akers was Achilles, I think. Tough injury for
ACL. I don't know what it is, but he's out for the year for sure.
Stafford's got really no running back. Stafford might be a good pickup in fantasy because
Stafford's going to throw it
50 times a game.
Yeah, 48 times a game.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the Detroit Lions curse that got on the plane over to LA? Could be. Olympics. They're just hanging on, right? Like. I'm not that excited about the Olympics. Normally, I'm a little more excited about the Olympics. I never
really get into it.
Hopefully, they get to finish the games because, it's a cool thing. I mean, Russians always cheat, and Chinese seem to just flood their teams with a bunch of 15-year-old robot kids. I watched a bit of the 3-on-3 basketball. It's so bad. Honestly, why don't you put together an NRL All-Star team and go compete? Because these dudes are not good.
I don't know why. Yeah, so the Olympics, people that don't know, are doing a 3-on-3
basketball, like Cosmacher kind of tournament.
Like it's a half-court 3-on-3 thing. It's really, really weird. Like it just looks like a joke. It looks like it's remember the league that Ice Cube started with a bunch of his buddies.
Yes, that's exactly what it looks like.
Out of shape basketball players. It's just these guys are in shape, just not professional.
Good. Like mid-level college guys. Yeah. It kind of looks like. Mm-hmm. USA basketball just lost to France, so it's awesome. It's on it now. I was only able to catch the last 8 minutes of the game. Durant passing up shots, Dame passing up shots. Holiday had a pretty good game.
No one played. I didn't watch the game. I looked at the box score. Looked like Bam played okay. Mm-hmm. Looked like Holiday played really good off the bench, and everyone else had a stinker.
Yeah, they're not very good. They need to try now.
I don't get it. They should. I wonder if they make a change. If they go and get somebody, just a defensive guy, who is...
It's too late.
They can't make any changes.
I don't think they can now.
They made their 2 pickups right before. They got JaVale McGee.
Yeah, they got their defensive guys.
They'll win it all still.
And Holiday.
They'll win it all. Popovich is just going to beat them up. But I want them to lose. Obviously. I don't care. France, Nigeria, Slovenia, I don't care. Yeah, I want to see anyone...
Australia.
Australia.
Patty Mills is an awesome
international.
Yeah, international.
Patty Mills always goes off for international.
Okay, traveling to space, cool or douchebag?
Not good enough they're cool enough to talk about on a sports podcast.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Anything else off the top?
No.
Okay. NBA Finals. It's good.
Best finals in definitely the past few years.
For sure.
Even I love last year's finals, but Super Team 1, that's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 small markets, you love it, right? Like, the Detroit fans love this finals.
Yes.
I think a lot of the small percentage of people...
Unless you're Miami, LA, Brooklyn...
New York,
Boston kind of deal.
Yeah, the big markets.
Yeah.
Everyone else love the finals.
I think so. Like, I was okay with either team winning. Giannis, boy, he stepped up, right? Like, a year ago at this time, they're like, boy, he's just not...
I got to shout out
that
Coach
type of
Rob.
player.
Coach Rob's been hot on
Coach
the
Rob's
Bucks for
pretty
like
happy.
ever, and he was really happy to see Giannis win. I think a lot of people were. Giannis is such a likable guy, and I'm happy that him and Luka and Tatum. Well, I don't love Tatum, but they'll be running the NBA in the next while,
Yeah.
and Cade Cunningham.
Giannis is the face of the NBA right now.
Right now,
Yeah.
no, it's still KD and LeBron and Curry. Right now, yeah. In 2 years.
Oh, I don't know.
In 2 years or a year, then it's Giannis. But right now, it is still LeBron and KD.
So,
and Curry.
talk about Giannis for another minute. So, the block.
He had a bunch of blocks.
Well, the block, he had lots of blocks in Game 6. The block against Ayton in Game 4, was it?
Yeah, was it Game 4?
I think so.
Okay.
And then the steal alley-oop, we watched that one together, and I'm like, no. Oh, my God, it was pretty cool.
Man, what
Stones.
a great play.
Man. And then 50 points. So it's only the 7th 50-point game in NBA Finals history, which actually was a pretty
So
good
who's
stat.
got a bunch of them?
I'm assuming MG's got a couple.
LeBron ever scored 50 in the finals? I'm sure he did.
I don't know. I didn't
50?
look it up.
Did Wilt ever go nuts in the finals?
Yeah, Wilt probably did some in 1970 or something.
Well, Giannis did a bunch of, like, what did he get? MVP, Defense Player of the Year, Finals MVP. There's not a lot of guys, like, in that camp,
that
right?
have checked all those boxes.
Mike, Hakeem, and Giannis, I think it's maybe MVP, DPOI, and Finals MVP with a ring.
Rookie of the Year?
Giannis
most
didn't get
improved?
Rookie of the Year.
No.
Giannis got most
Most
improved.
improved.
Giannis got most improved.
Yeah, like it's third year or fourth year or something.
Okay, best power forwards ever. Where's Giannis? We have to have a conversation.
So I still think I have a big fundamental.
Duncan is definitely one.
Yep.
I have 3 tiers.
So then you have kind of Karl Malone, Giannis. And at this point, I think I'm going Giannis, assuming you have some further...
Giannis retires
wins.
tomorrow. Giannis retires tomorrow at age 26. Duncan... So I have 3 tiers. Let me say my tiers. Duncan is the best power forward by a lot. Duncan's 1. And then in the second tier...
Hard to argue with Duncan.
Second tier, I've got Malone, Dirk, and Giannis.
Okay.
Really tight. Third tier, KG, Barkley, Kevin McHale.
That's good. That makes sense to me.
Right? So, Malone, Dirk, Giannis. Honestly, Dirk might
Guys
be
like
ahead of
Elvin
Malone.
Hayes.
Second tier, Hayes, Dennis Rodman, those guys, second tier. Or third, or like fourth, right?
Yeah.
But
What's
Malone,
KD, a small
Dirk.
forward?
KD's a 3, I think.
Okay.
Even though he's 7 feet
7
tall.
feet.
I might have Dirk ahead of Malone. Because I don't, like... If Malone was on that Mavs team, they're not beating this Heat super team.
Gosh, no. Nope.
And if Dirk is on that Jazz team, Dirk and Stockton win some... They probably don't beat the Bulls still, but I'm sure they get a ring.
They have more success.
And then Giannis is right there with those
So if Giannis retires today, he's not ahead of Dirk, and I don't think he's ahead of Malone.
Yeah, I agree. If he retires today, he might be the 4th best power forward ever, right?
Yeah.
Like KG, Barkley, McHale, I think I'd take Giannis ahead of him.
Yeah, but he plays a few more years. Wins a ring, not wins a ring. He'll get like top 3 MVP. He'll get some of those.
He'll get all defense. He'll get all NBA.
Yeah.
He'll get some...
Great all-around
some stats.
player. Listen, he plays an odd brand of basketball. He really does. But he's very, very effective.
And he's so likable.
Yes.
He's so awesome.
Oh, the story in Greece. Like, oh my gosh.
There's all that. And then there's the stuff of him just being cool in Milwaukee.
Yeah. I don't know much about that stuff.
So, like, after the game, he just went, like, the next day, he just went driving around and had the trophies with them. And it was, like, letting fans touch the trophies and
Nice.
take pictures and, like... going to Chick-fil-A and getting a bunch of chicken nuggets. Like, he's so cool.
I heard you get 50 chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A.
50 piece. He made it very clear he wanted a 50 piece of chicken nuggets, which is just awesome.
Awesome. So the Bucks have one lottery pick on their roster. Who is it?
Was Brook Lopez?
Good call. Yeah, it's Brook Lopez. Very nice.
Where did he go? He wasn't like top few, I think, but he was probably top. He was lottery.
I don't know. I think he's 7 or 8 or something. I don't exactly know.
No
Nets,
lottery.
I think.
He was with Brooklyn for a while. I
Yep.
assume they drafted him.
Yep.
So people are pulling out both teams are lucky. All this, 100%.
So what?
You can like
Yeah, Brooklyn get a little dinged up. Which teams are not lucky to win?
not like that's my thing, right? Look at all the winners the past ton of years. You can pinpoint all this luck and all, like last year, Lakers won.
Well, here's the thing. If somebody from Brooklyn has Giannis's knee injury, do they come back and go into beast mode? No, they wussy off.
Kawhi. People are saying that the Clippers stayed healthy. Kawhi, right? Like
He didn't.
He didn't. And people say it's luck. Sure, it is. But don't discredit the championship because some dudes got hurt.
Yep.
I think that's dumb, right? Lakers. Honestly, I think the Heat would have won last year if they were fully healthy. Because Jimmy took 2 games without his second and third best player.
It would have been close.
So if I
for
put
sure.
the math, I think the Miami's top 3 players, they missed 2 of them and won 2 games out of 6.
Bam and Goran.
Bam and
Steal
Dragic.
another one.
They're for sure. It's for sure going 7. 100% Bam and Dragic take 1 game, and then that takes a load off Jimmy. So then game 7, Jimmy scores 80.
Okay, enough last year's talk. I know he had a great year. They didn't win. Bucks for a little bit. They filled up their roster well. I think Middleton was like a throw-in
It's not a super
pick.
team.
Nope.
Because it's not top heavy.
Which is good. I mean, they've got a big 3, but their big 3 was Chris Middleton, who was a second-round pick by the Pistons, 9 years ago.
Something like that, yeah.
Was tossed in like a throw-in in a trade 8 years ago and has been with Giannis pretty much the whole 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there were stretches where Middleton disappeared, but there were stretches where he was big.
He's the closer, right?
Yep.
Giannis is one of the greatest power forwards ever, but he's not a closer.
Nope.
Which is fine. People...
Drew Holiday, tough defender.
Awful
Again.
Offensively in Game 6.
Yeah, sometimes.
He was so good defensively.
Yeah.
He put Paul in jail. Locked him up.
And I think that really made a difference in terms of the impact that Chris Paul made in the series.
Yeah.
I remember hearing prior to the turnovers, was CP3 injured? Did that ever come out? Anything on that?
I'm sure we'll read something that he was injured, but it didn't look like he had a hyperextended
Favoring
knee,
anything?
right? Like if the Suns want to pull the injury card, the Bucks will be happy to and say Giannis blew out his knee and then just dropped 50 in a game 6.
And listen, you get beat up by Holiday for 2 weeks in a row.
He's so strong.
It's tough. Oh,
he's one of the strongest guards in basketball.
Yep.
Maybe the strongest point guard, right?
Yeah.
There's a point guard, a real point guard. Like Westbrook is an animal. Westbrook, Holiday, probably 2 strongest point guards.
Yep. What else? Coach Bud, who was fired 15 times, was holding on.
So I just want to say,
won.
At the Bucks parade, I don't know if you saw this. There was people holding up signs that said "Fire Coach Bud" at the championship parade.
That's awesome.
So Milwaukee still hates him.
As a joke, do you think, or serious?
No, dead serious. They're obviously happy, but the Bucks know, Budenholzer's not an elite coach, even though he won a Coach of the Year.
So they don't win next year. They fire Coach Bud.
No, I think at this point they'll keep him for a bit unless something happens. And if Giannis says...
Unless Giannis says you gotta get rid of him.
But the issue with that is Giannis is way too nice to go to the front office and say, I don't like him, you gotta get rid of him.
So Tucker played well defensively, but just couldn't score at all.
Mm-hmm. Bobby Buckets.
Portis played pretty well, good role player.
Mm-hmm.
They need another shooter, right? And obviously that's Dante DiVincenzo. He comes back next year.
Yeah.
But now is Milwaukee a destination? So if you are, a guy who wants to win one more ring, do you go there?
Let's talk about what Chris Paul is going to do. So Chris Paul, from my understanding, can opt in and make $40 million with Phoenix.
Okay.
Or he can opt out and make nothing and win with Lakers super team.
Come on.
It might happen. I don't think it will. I think Chris Paul is the type of guy to stay in Phoenix.
You got to run it back with Phoenix one more year.
And I think that West is open. I think there's a lot of teams. Warriors, Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, Suns, Jazz,
I read something about
Mavs.
DeRozan wanting to play with the Lakers.
I read DeRozan and Lowry.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Lowry would be better because, like, I like DeRozan. It's good, but he's an isolation guy who needs the ball kind of exactly like LeBron.
Yeah, well, that's the issue.
I mean, not exactly. LeBron's better. But
Yeah, Westbrook. I read Westbrook might go to the Lakers.
No.
There's no way that works for so many reasons.
Yeah.
You think LeBron is going to put up with Westbrook? Like, LeBron's a good teammate. He's known as that, but Westbrook is just going to want to shoot the ball 50 times a game and steal all rebounds. And LeBron needs his rebounds.
Yeah, that's not going to fly.
It does not work. I hope Chris Paul, I think he'll stay in Phoenix.
Run it back, right? Like, they've got Booker and Ayton are good players.
But Bridges wants big money.
Really?
Yeah.
He's the fourth best guy in the team. Like, are you going to get big money?
Fourth best? Yeah, fourth, fifth, depending. Jay Crowder, if he's hitting.
Yeah, Crowder's one of those guys who gets hot for a month and is awesome. But he hit some big shots in Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
Payne didn't do
They
as
need a
much.
backup point guard. They need a backup point guard. And
Yeah,
a backup big.
They need another scorer. They need another big.
If they get a backup 5 who can play, like Saric is a bad backup 4. And he is their start. He's their backup 5.
No, who got injured?
Sarge.
Oh, okay.
And then
so,
Big
then
Frank
they had to
commits-
play Frank the Tank,
Who just like
couldn't play.
could not play in that finals.
Yeah.
Especially like what if a good big man was in that series, right? Let's say the Suns somehow make it to the finals again and they're playing Philly. And like if Ayton gets in foul trouble, Phoenix needs a backup center. That's what they need to do this offseason. Obviously, you keep
As much
your
as
guys.
your league is going small ball, you still need somebody who can guard bigs.
DeAndre Jordan, right? Like Brooklyn hates him. He doesn't play. I think DeAndre Jordan would be a good backup 5 with the Suns.
Yep. Yeah.
Just play his role, body up other centers. I think
Like
that's
Drummond should be a backup.
or he can be a starter just with a really good coach to say, "Hey, Drummond, look, we just need you for some rebounds."
Or somebody like LeBron to say, you get to shoot 3 times a game. That's it. Nothing more than
Yeah, I
that.
don't know why LeBron doesn't do that. Because it's for the betterment of the team and him to say, "Hey, Drum, don't shoot, baby." Unless it's the tipping.
I mean, that during the regular season, they were just trying to make it through and hope they were healthy in the playoffs, and they weren't healthy in the playoffs, and they lost.
Yeah, I don't want to hear fans of those teams, Lakers, Nets, whatever, pull the injury card.
Just real quick, next year, does Milwaukee run it back again? Does Brooklyn keep their crap together?
At this point, here's my fear. I am afraid we will get the opposite of what we got this year.
Brooklyn and the Lakers?
Brooklyn Lakers finals, or something very close to that. And like
On paper, that's probably how it should play out. But I don't see Brooklyn keeping it together, physically or mentally.
that was my thing this year. I don't know if they will implode 2 years in a row. That's not easy to do.
No, but this year they imploded physically, a little mentally during the regular season. Next year they implode mentally, right? Like Kyrie goes on a boat around the flat world. Harden just becomes a whiny bitch.
Well, if they stay healthy, that will be interesting.
For sure.
Because are they going to be able to mesh? Because we don't really know if they can yet. We don't.
No.
They played this year, including playoffs. I bet no more than 15 games together. It's
Yeah,
probably
and
around
I don't think they can depend on Blake as much as they did this year. Blake stepped up pretty well, although
I hate
who
Blake
knows,
Griffin.
they might sit him a long time. and
Griffin,
he's healthy
you
again.
suck. Blake Griffin, you
suck,
suck,
Blake.
man. Man, we used to love you.
We really did. Okay, anything else? Good NBA Finals. Yeah, great for
Great
the NBA.
finals.
I don't give a crap about ratings or whatever.
Yeah, I don't understand that. How are ratings down? This was such a good series.
Because those like wannabe fans in LA and New York and Boston don't tune in
So it's...
because they know their fans in there.
You think that's
Although
what
one
it
thing,
is.
don't start the games at 9:15. It's too late. I can't watch it
Maybe that's why ratings are down. Because
I gotta go to sleep.
old people go to bed at 8
come
p.m.
on.
I don't get the finals down though. Like the ratings, you think it's people in LA not watching?
Yeah.
Man, why?
Well, big media markets.
Boston
Because they're not
watching?
real fans.
Yeah, fake fans.
Yeah, like we pay attention to baseball, but mostly the Tigers and Anaheim.
Yes.
Now we're going to watch the World Series because we're going to watch the World Series, but there's a tier below us that are passionate about their own team, but they don't care. So unless the Celtics are in the finals, I don't give a crap.
Yeah, stupid Boston fans. Sorry,
Yeah.
Boston. Sorry, Colin and Mr. Chitterow and
Yeah.
Uncle Brad. Sorry, guys. We don't like Boston.
Oh, you're probably racist if you're a Boston fan. So. Okay. Want to talk about trades for Cade?
Yeah, talk about Cade Cunningham for a bit.
So he's awesome. And I love the fact that there's so much interest.
Wait. Tell the people who Cade is, what the big Cade Cunningham deal
So
is.
Cade is the future Hall of Famer who the Pistons are going to draft. I don't know, 5 weeks ago when the Pistons won the lottery and I was going nuts in the basement. The number one player in the draft is Cade Cunningham. He's a 6'8" point guard. He's big. He's skilled. He's got a step back three.
So good.
Can do a lot of things on a basketball court, and projects to be a very good NBA player. So everybody else, 2, 3, 4, whatever, want to trade up for Cade. Now we think there's virtually no trades that would happen for this, but the fact that there's so much interest, Houston, Golden State, Cleveland, which has nothing to trade unless they
Yeah, we can talk a minute about Cleveland.
yeah,
but...
trade their Guardian statues, which is just weird.
Yeah, they're big. Actually, yeah. Cleveland Indians baseball team. Next year will be the Cleveland Guardians.
Even the people from Cleveland are like, so those like ugly dudes who like are on the expressway or on the bridge.
Now, whenever you watch Major League, the jerseys are just going to look weird. Like in 30 years when you watch Major League, it's good. Major League's going to get canceled. Once people find out.
You cannot cancel Joe Boo.
I love Major League's a good one.
Major League's a great one.
Okay, yeah, so Cade Cunningham, Thursday, July 29th. That's Cade Day.
Oh my God, that's 4 days.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
So that will be Cade Cunningham Day in the state of Michigan and also Pistons fans.
Yep.
So, or we can just say Windsor. We can do an agreement with Detroit.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair.
Windsor, Detroit, Cade Day.
Yeah,
is
we
the
might even
29th.
go to Detroit at some point and watch him play. Like, I don't know, some point.
Yeah, hopefully we're still playing.
So here's the goofy offers, rumors, a couple of them. Here's the question. Houston says, we're going to offer up the number 2 pick in the draft, which is Green, who, projects to be a really good NBA player. 2 future first-round draft picks next year and the year after that. No restrictions on lottery or none of that bull crap. And Kevin Porter Jr.
So that's not awful.
It's not awful. You have to contemplate.
And here's why. So that means, so you're going to get Jalen Green, second overall. Jalen Green will go second overall. Just putting that, like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
He will be Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine. He will be an elite scorer. Like, he might win Rookie of the Year. He might be my pick for Rookie of the Year.
Because he's going to get lots of buckets.
He's going to get so many buckets. Like, he's going to be very similar to Anthony Edwards in a lot of ways.
Although he plays with John Wall, Christian Wood.
John Wall's dead. John Wall's going to be injured all year.
Yeah, but if he's healthy, he's going to want to start and get a lot of them. Anyway,
So Jalen
Green's
Green,
going to score a lot of points.
but he will play zero defense, and I don't see him as a winner. Who knows? He might go win 8 championships, but I don't see him as a guy who's just going to put the team on the back and win.
He's a guy.
Cade is put the team on the back and win, I think. So you're going to get Green, Kevin Porter Jr., who's going to be, like, I think very similar to what Jalen Green is going to be. Great scorer, not a lot of defense. Fun highlights. And then you get 2 other firsts. Now, the issue with those firsts is the Rockets could have the 3rd worst record in basketball next year, and we could get 9th overall or 8th overall. I don't want that.
Okay. So that's the best trade possibility that's out there.
It's like
Golden State, which
realistic.
offers Wiseman and the number 7 pick and maybe the number 15 pick and next year's first. Well, next year's first is going to be like 25th because it doesn't really matter because Steph and Clay are going to run it back. Mm-hmm. So that's not even up for debate.
No. The Rockets one, if they did that, I would be so upset. But I understand that there is some value there. But I don't want it to happen. Golden State's not going to happen. Cleveland. So Cleveland's at 3. So they're going to get Evan Mobley, who I like. Fun prospect.
Yeah.
So you're going to get Mobley, some picks, Darius Garland. Like, you just, like, guys.
Here's the thing. Last year, the Pistons had a great draft, so they already got their guys, right? They got Sadiq Bey, they got Beef Stew, they got Killian Hayes.
Saban Lee,
got
solid backup.
Yep, Saban Lee. They already have Jeremy Grant. So they don't, 13 months ago, they needed an entire roster. Mm-hmm. Right? Now they have a bunch of guys already. So when you're picking 6 or 7 or 9, you're likely just to get those guys that you already have.
Yeah, they're just going to get role
Right, like
players.
Franz Wagner. Is he better than any of those guys that we just mentioned? No, he's not.
He shouldn't. I love Franz, but 9th overall is what a lot of mocks have him to.
It's a stretch.
Man, I would rather have Livers. I'd rather have Isaiah Livers, who's going late second.
Yeah. I saw some goofy three-way trade. The Pistons get the number 3 pick and Ben Simmons.
Ew.
They give up their number 1 at Mason Plumlee, Corey Joseph. So it just gets messed around there.
No.
It's not going to happen.
So those are kind of the realistic ones that if a trade happens, it's probably going to be with Houston or Cleveland or something. Now let's just talk about the value of the pick. Dame Lillard for Cade Cunningham.
No.
And people think that's nuts, but you guys got to understand. Dame Lillard is 31 maybe?
Yep, can't play D.
Can't play D.
He'll score a lot.
He'll score a lot, but
he'll win some close games.
He's win now, right? Pistons are winning. When they win the championship, it won't be for a few years.
Nope.
Dame Lillard's win now, and you're also paying him how, like 40 mil?
Probably.
Maybe more.
So you can't sign anybody else. And who's going to want to sign with Dame?
I'm sure someone will want to come, but I don't want. That's the big issue. Like, there's going to be a lot of guys. Like, is Cade Cunningham going to be as good as Dame? No, probably not. He might be, but I don't think he will be. Cade Cunningham is making rookie money for 5 years. Is it right? It's 5?
I don't know.
I think it's 5 or 4. That's sweet. You can build some guys. You can extend Jeremy Grant. You can do a lot of stuff with that. When you get a guy like
people
Dame,
may want to trade for Cade. Trade and play with Cade or sign with Cade.
Jason Tatum. Tatum for Cade.
It's a good question. I say no.
Why?
But you have to debate it.
Why?
Because I think Cade actually has a higher ceiling.
Really?
Yeah, I
Tatum's
think so.
good.
Tatum is really good. I think Cade also has a lower floor.
Well, yeah,
Right,
because we know what Tatum's floor is
Is also
26 point per game scorer who's an all-star. That's his floor right now.
But I'm also not sure if Tatum is a winner.
Fair point. Really fair point. And here's my issue with Tatum. I don't love him, but money. I'm paying him so much money, whereas I'm not paying Cade much. Like, I'm paying him big money because he's first overall, but it's rookie money. That's nothing.
Okay. So rumors out of New Orleans that some of the Zion camp are not happy. Zion for Cade.
No, because Zion's going to blow out his knee in a couple years.
Okay.
I love him, but it's just going to happen. Like, it's bound to happen.
Likely.
An ACL or an MC, it's going to happen.
Luka for Cade.
Yes.
Okay.
Luka for Cade. I will pay $50 million a year for Luka. That's like, I don't want to say it's like Pat Mahomes, but I think it's pretty similar.
Pretty close.
Curry for Cade. 31. Curry. He's making a lot of money.
I say yes. And I know, like, from a win perspective, Curry and Dame are probably similar in terms of impact. I think Curry is better.
I don't think that's a debate. I think people who have a brain know Curry's a lot better than Dame.
And I just love to watch Curry every night.
Yeah, actually, I would not mind that. Giannis for Cade.
Yes.
Yes, I don't care. Giannis is a guy like Luka where I will pay him whatever.
But there's not a lot of guys.
Trae Young.
No.
If Trae Young went to church, we wouldn't watch Pistons. We would go be Raptors fans probably.
We would be. Urban Paul.
Devin Booker.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I say no.
I say no, but you do have to consider it. What if they, sweeten the pot a little bit and throw in a number 1? Yeah, maybe. Booker's going to be good.
KD.
No.
You wouldn't do KD for Cade?
Too old, too injury prone.
I would do KD for Cade.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
KD might be the best player on the planet right now, although today he sucked. Scored 10 points against France.
Nick Batum locked him up.
Yeah, Nick Batum, who's looks like he got off work and
that's your line about Batum, eh? That's your line about the 9 to 5 and then
I just clocked out. Hey, can I get a clock out a half an hour to get a game? Right? That's what he looks like. It's true, but he's good. Like he is good. Just runs things a little slow motion, makes it happen.
I just want to say, do you have anything to add? Anything about the draft? Draft is coming up Thursday. I'm very excited. I get off work at 8. Draft's at 9. Really pumped. It works out good. Thanks, boss.
Not now, but you should tell the crazy staple story next episode.
I don't know. I don't know if I can say that on the podcast.
Sure you can. Come on. It's on the internet, right? Like,
okay.
Isaac works at Staples, and there's some crazy anti-mask lunatics that kind of went in and caused a problem last week. It's kind of a funny story.
I hope they don't watch podcasts.
I don't think Curry watches our podcast.
Okay, so with the draft coming out Thursday, Pistons have first overall in 3 seconds. I want Hayes out. Like I understand he's gonna say, I want Hayes out. So I would do Hayes and a second or 2 seconds or 3 seconds for something. It's not gonna happen. But what do you think? Do they keep all those seconds or do they move them? They moved a lot last year.
I think Joe tries to move up for somebody that he targets.
Who does move up?
Oh, sorry, I said Joe.
Like Joe Dumars behind us?
Joe. Hi, Joe.
Try to move up?
I think you try to move up, and he seems to have been able to do that. Like, you're not moving up to 12, but to trade a couple picks and then you move up to 29 because somebody dropped that you want to get out.
If they've got another guy. If they keep those second rounders, I want them to draft Isaiah Livers.
Yeah, listen, they need more shooters.
Isaiah Livers can shoot.
Yeah, like Livers can shoot. I'm not sure.
But he'd get Corey Kispert.
See, he falls. That'd be a good pickup.
Yeah, if he falls to like...
I don't know how athletic he is to guard wings in the NBA.
He's going to be like very similar to Korver, I think. Like he's not as good of a shooter.
Who?
Kyle Korver.
Okay.
He's not as good of a shooter.
But he's a guy who you can defend, a wing guy who doesn't shoot a lot. Most teams do have those guys, so...
I'm okay if they keep the seconds because I trust, right? They had 4 picks last year. 3 of them were great value. Mm-hmm. 1 of them was bad value, right? Hayes at 7.
Could have drafted Halliburton. You know? Did you know that? He was available.
Who else could we have gotten? Denny's put in such a terrible situation in Washington. Like it's the worst spot for him.
He's probably great in practice.
when he plays with the bench guys, yes. For sure. So I want to say Sekou.
He's talking about Denny Avdia, the guy from Israel who got drafted by Washington, and with Beal and Westbrook, he never gets the ball.
No, he does not get the ball. They use him as a shooter, even though he's not a shooter.
Correct.
Sekou might be out on draft day. It might happen. I don't think it will, but there's some rumors.
He's worth a bag of pucks, unfortunately.
Move him with some seconds,
maybe
to move up.
Didn't mention it. The Red Wings are making some good things happen. I know we don't have a huge hockey following, but Stevie we trust. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, the Wings are going to be good soon.
Yep.
And we will get into it once they're in the Stanley Cup playoffs, but once they're there, and when they're not a lottery team, we'll put on more Wings games.
Yeah, we could probably get Stevie on the show too, right?
Yeah, I'll just text him.
Yeah, Ben. I'm still waiting for you to get on the show. What's the deal?
Yeah, Ben Wallace. He's probably busy with draft day stuff.
He's probably busy. Okay.
Talking to Cade.
Okay. Top 5 breakfast cereals.
Yeah.
So, great topic, Tal. Oh, thanks, Tal.
Yeah, I want to hear Team Tal Nation's thoughts on the breakfast cereal.
Okay. Breakfast cereals are fun, and breakfast cereals used to be a bigger part of the Chudner household. We used to do a lot of mixing and matching. Not so much anymore, but...
You always got a couple old reliables in the house that we'll get to.
So I have 3 honorable mentions.
So do I.
And then I got our 5.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you just go through your honorable mentions first?
Raisin Bran.
Okay, good one.
Cheerios. OG Cheerios. Solid. Sometimes solid. Straight up, sometimes with a banana or like an Oreo. Solid.
Yeah.
And then Cocoa Pebbles. Not a mainstay.
But
in the very house. But solid.
Yeah. So honorable mention, I've got Rice Krispies.
Okay.
Mini Wheats.
Dude, what? Out of the top 5?
Out of the top 5.
Oh, that's terrible.
They don't have as much history with me.
Okay.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, good one.
So overrated.
Really?
So overrated.
And I just gotta throw it in. I thought about it, and Reese's Pieces.
Oh, Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, whatever.
That's a great mix.
That's good.
That's a great mix.
Okay.
Number 5, what do you got?
I have Rice Krispies at 5.
Good. Can't argue with that.
Rice Krispies, I think, could go as underrated. I don't think people talk about Rice Krispies enough in general conversation.
Well, you know what? We didn't discuss like Rice Krispie squares. Is that included? Because if it's included, then they jump up the top 5.
No, that would be that's like a +1. Okay. They don't get +1.
Fair enough.
Because then like Cheerios with
then
Oreos,
they stay my honorable mention. They stay you number 5.
They're my 5. Yeah.
Okay. I've got Frosted Flakes as number 5.
Good dig. I got Frosted Flakes. Good call.
Yeah, Frosted Flakes are very good. Great mix.
Good for you.
Really good camping cereal.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, the camping cereals are going to be rated pretty high on this list.
We should just do a top 5 cereals, and then just leave a spot for all little breakfast cereals. Like, those are sweet. Those are in another tier.
That's true. That's kind of like, sports movies and Rocky's a separate category.
Good, very good comp.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to have a really good take here.
Okay.
4 is Honey Nut Cheerios. Here's the good take. Honey Nut Cheerios are the Godfather 2 of cereals.
Oh, very nice.
Okay?
Yeah.
See, Cheerios 1, sick.
Yeah, Cheerios put them on the map.
And then everyone loves the first Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios, most probably like Honey Nut more than original.
Yeah.
But they're both so good, and they're both elite, right? Godfather 2, Godfather 1, it's the same thing. So that's the take of the day.
That's a very good take. You know what? I had the discussion about Honey Nut Cheerios, and I didn't go with them. We've got Cheerios up a little bit higher, but number 4, I went through another really healthy classic, Fruit Loops.
Overrated. It's just...
Oh, I like Fruit Loops. Again, can't discount the camping cereal component to it.
Okay.
Right? Like, you can't include Rice Krispie Squares, but you can include camping cereals.
I agree with that. I don't think Fruit Loops are that good. Like...
Or Fruit Loops are good.
I think they're overrated. People think they're better than they are.
Very good dry cereal as well. Snack.
Good take. Good take. 3, Just Right. Just Right.
Yeah.
Sleeper. Dark Horse.
Right. Very good dark horse.
Just Right is solid.
Loyola Marymount. And,
You got some oats. It's just really good. Underrated.
Yeah, and actually kind of healthy for you.
Yes. Yeah. Compared to the other ones, yes.
Yeah. So number 3, I've got original Cheerios.
Ahead of Honey Nut. So you're a Godfather 1 over Godfather 2.
Yeah, I love Honey Nut, and I had to make a decision, so I just went with the original.
I would take Honey Nut, but I respect that. They're both good.
Cheers is great.
2, I got Frost Flakes at 2. Don't have them a lot, but whenever you have them, they're sweet.
Yeah.
And the way they go in the milk, it just kind of gets a little glaze.
Now, when little dudes are using Cheerios in the toilet to learn how to pee, do you use original or do you use Honey Nut? Right, so let me just repeat that question one more time. When little dudes are learning how to pee in the toilet, original or Honey Nut? What do you think?
Original.
The
The girls watching probably don't understand.
Don't understand that, but it's a really important pee component and teaching little kids their pincher reflex and all that kind of stuff. So, Cheerios number 3. So we got a little distracted. You picked your number 3?
Yeah.
Oh, Frosted Flakes. Okay.
Frost Flakes is my 2.
Yeah. Oh, Frosted Flakes is your 2.
Yeah.
Can't argue that. Great cereal. Really, really good.
Solid.
Yeah.
And cereal mascots? They've got to be the number 1 seed in the cereal mascot tournament.
That's
Tony Tiger?
Tony's awesome, yeah. He's a good baller.
Captain Crunch is out there, though.
Yeah.
Captain Crunch might be a dark horse.
So I'm going for Raisin Bran as my number 2.
I knew you'd have it high.
Yeah, I had a lot when I was a kid. Let me be clear. I did not have a lot of breakfast cereal options when I was a kid. It's pretty much 2 choices. Shreddies and puffed wheat, like the big bag of crap.
I knew Shreddies was coming.
Yeah, the people my age, I did not put Shreddies on there. I have Shreddy nightmares.
PTSD.
Yeah, Shreddies get soggy in like 3.2 seconds. I think it's one of the reasons why I eat so quickly, because you're like, pour the milk, no distractions, oh my God. Or you pour the milk and then it finishes and you go into the fridge and you run out of milk, and then you got to run to the other places to get milk, and it's just a disaster.
Shreddies overrated. Like, they're probably rated as a 2 out of 10, but they're probably a 0 out of 10.
Yeah, they're 0. So I have Raisin Bran's number 2, classic, good. A little sugary on the raisins.
So I have no idea.
People think.
I have no idea what your 1 is. Just to put that out there.
Okay.
Now, my 1 is Mini Wheats on sale.
So Mini Wheats on sale.
So not like, they're all sweet, but like if we're shopping, like, hey, we want Mini Wheats. Get the ones on sale.
Sure.
Brown sugar, original, strawberry, like, they're all good.
They're all good.
So Mini Wheats, the best issue with Mini Wheats is sometimes if the glaze is face down in the milk, it goes quicker. You know what I mean? And the glaze goes in the milk. So this is one that is...
You got to be on it. You got to flip.
Time component.
Time management is really important.
Time management, really important with Mini Wheats.
For sure. No distractions.
No distractions. Okay, I have no idea what your 1 is.
So I'm going Captain Crunch. Love Captain Crunch. Again, this is when I was a youngin', when I first started to realize there were cereals other than Shreddies and Puff. So good. So good. It was like a magical world of goodness in my mouth. I still have those memories. Yeah, Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch.
Didn't even include the mascot, but when you throw in the mascot. Yeah.
Okay, just Tony the Tiger, Captain Crunch. Who's winning? Just like it's UFC. It's a street brawl.
Deathmatch?
Yeah.
I gotta go with the Tiger. Tigers are pretty... Captain's tough, and he's wiry.
He'll like, if it's a 5-round fight,
yeah.
Crunch is going the distance.
Crunch is going the distance. He's going to take a lot of shots, but...
He's going to put a late push in the final round,
but
judge's decision, Tony.
Well, Tiger is a freaking tiger. Let's not forget about that.
But he's so nice, ferocious. That's my issue. I feel like he might be like Giannis.
You press his buttons and he's going to lose it.
Yeah.
Right? You try throwing almond milk on top of him, he's going to lose his crap.
I don't think Tony knocks out Captain Crunch, though.
You don't think Tony knocks out Captain Crunch?
It goes the distance.
Wow, that'd be tough.
It goes the distance. Captain Crunch, you kidding me? What he's put up with in his day?
It's true.
They go the distance.
Yeah, okay. Pretty good topic. Team Tal Nation, want to hear from you about this topic. Other things we talked about, top 5, fun stuff, chocolate bars and things along those lines.
We'll do chocolate bars.
Sandwiches.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think the people have a high demand for top 5 sandwich ranking.
Yeah, probably not. But we'll think of something.
Well, you'll think of something.
Yeah.
And we'll market it as Team Tal Nation represent.
For sure. Okay, check us out on all those social media things. We still have some swag if you want to get some swag.
Shout out Urban for wearing it.
Urban, there you go. 40 Love. All the love for 40 Love. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out, everybody.